Tell me something about the library archives.
I assume you're not only talking about the books that can be accessed freely.
Indeed, I'm not. The abbot made a remark that some books are not accessible.
Some books? Hundreds of them!
And why is it not allowed to consult those books?
Our library holds ancient and unique as well as particularly precious works of art that might be damaged by wrongful use. It is our duty to preserve these precious works and take good care of them.
But isn't it a shame to keep them shut away like this? Wouldn't it be a noble gesture to make them accessible?
That is forbidden by the rules.
There seems doubtless every reason to be grateful for your endeavors in preserving art and objects of cultural value. I'm sure I could appreciate your efforts even more if I were granted permission to view some of those works with my own eyes.
Do not let that be of any concern to you, Brother Leonardo. We have countless further freely accessible works that will most assuredly satisfy you.
But how am I to browse those works if you deny me access to the library upstairs?
My assistant and I have access. Simply choose a tome from the index and ask Godfried to get it for you.
Where can the index be consulted?
Well, go to the lower floor and head down the stairs to the tall archway.
Yes, I get the point. I think I've gotten the information I wanted. Thank you kindly, brother. Thank you for your time, brother. Brother Godfried?
It's you! What's going on?
Brother Marcello told me you have a book I just happened to be looking for. The Hortus Tuus.
Oh, I'm afraid I can't give it to you.
For God's sake, this is becoming a habit.
Beg your pardon?
Doesn't it occur to anyone at this pontified abbey that they might work with me a bit in this unfortunate matter? First I'm denied entry to the library due to the strict rules. Now I'm not even allowed to consult a simple book about plants. What am I supposed to do? Regard everyone as suspicious?
I don't have it.
Ah, then who has it?
Brother Arcadio, the gardener. I know that because he just asked me for it yesterday.
Well then, I'm going to have a talk with him.
I think you might find him in the cloister garden.
Is the exam to become a copyist very difficult?
Well, a bit, yes. I think one could say the exam is pretty difficult. Brother Marcello is very strict about the copies made here. Sometimes he rejects copies because they don't do justice to the library's reputation.
Did you hear that, Bruno? Do you still think you'll be greater than Beatus de Liebana? Go on. You're doing excellent work.
Thank you.
Once again, a good day to you, brother.
Again? Do I know you?
You call a plant Clotilde?
Yes. Do you have any objection to that, young man?
None at all, brother. However, it does seem unusual to me that you're giving a plant a name.
I see you don't know much about plants. They can listen and even talk. Watch this. Greet the guests, Clotilde. Good. She's a bit shy, you know.
I can see that.
Whatever. What do you want from an old man like me, brother?
Godfried thought you have a book, the Hortus Tuus.
Of course. I've got it. I'm the gardener. At this abbey, who else would be able to have a book about plants?
Brother with a knowledge of herbs.
How bright of you.
It just so happens that I need the book and...
You're so lonely, Clotilde. So many years here, wilted, locked up in these cloisters. Poor Clotilde.
Listen, brother, the book.
Yes?
What do I have to do for you to give me the book? It's vital to my investigation.
Impossible. I need the book. It says there how I can help Clotilde.
Brother!
Let's see what is more important. The investigation or Clotilde? Well...
The investigation? No doubt about it.
What does the book say about Clotilde's illness?
that she is very lonely. She needs a companion. It's a good book, isn't it? A bit of water at her side, and my poor friend will go back to unfolding her colours in all her splendour.
I'll let you work in peace. Thank you for your time.
All right, it doesn't matter. Poor Clotilde.
Gladio.
Oh, Leonardo, my friend. I've been waiting for you. How was your first day at the Abbey?
Quite well at the moment.
Is that right? Oh, well. Tomorrow you'll find all the answers, I'm sure of that. The way you always do.
You have to ask the right questions before you get the right answers.
Then ask away while we chat a bit, my friend.
What have you been up to?
Is that what you're talking about? Do you still remember the relaxing teas we used to drink after a hard day's work?
How could I ever forget them?
Then let me tell you that they've gotten that much better with time.
I'm glad to hear that your calling has borne fruits.
Yes, well, part of the fame goes to Martin, our cook. He knows quite a bit about plants too. I've learnt a lot from him. He's very good.
Is this infusion for you?
No, it's for the abbot. You've seen how relaxed he is. That's why I thought it would be a good idea to give him something for his nerves.
Eladio, you're as altruistic as always.
Oh, yes, I am, aren't I?
You must tell me everything, every bit to this day.
Though you too, my friend, you too.
Let's begin with you. I'm very curious. What were you up to the whole time? Where were you?
Whatever you say. Where wasn't I? I don't want to bore you with the itinerary of my travels since leaving the seminary.
Yes, I've already heard that you're a man of the world. I've heard about you from third parties, although I myself lost track of you in San Rodrigo.
That was many years ago. Much too many years. Were you there? I assumed that it was Francisco who told you about my stay at that monastery. The three of us were the best of friends, weren't we?
True, and I was overjoyed to hear of you. He told me you had changed, that you were no longer the impetuous boy from way back when.
We're all getting older, Leonardo. Life at the seminary is very plain and simple, full of illusions and dreams. But later on, life shows you what reality is. It would be better if we talked about you. I've heard many things about the great Leonardo de Toledo.
Not all of them bad, I hope.
Well, but now you tell me, my friend.
I've been to Italy.
I knew it! One must go wherever the heart calls, right? So what? Forget it. I already know everything I wanted to know. But one more thing. Was it worth it?
Some of it, although it's not always good to separate the heart from the mind.
Good old Leonardo, as passionate as an iceberg.
Expanding knowledge, bringing the faith where it's needed most. The usual.
The usual? No matter what monastery I stopped at on my travels, your name was always to be heard. The learned scholar Leonardo de Toledo, the great Leonardo de Toledo. Your modesty is to your credit.
Modesty is the way people without any semblance of talent draw the attention of the common folk to themselves. I feel proud that I was able to be of use on certain occasions.
More than once, I'd say. Although, to be honest, some of the stories that are told about you probably belong more in the realm of the legendary. I mean, who would ever believe that one about the dark horses?
But it's a true story.
Is that a fact? Well, what do you know about that?